What's up, world? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode, season 3 of the Blerdspot Podcast. I'm your host, Junes88, Crystal Bay, and the homie, Kid Phantom. And this is season 3. We're kicking it off with a bang. And the gentleman we have on the show, YouTuber, comedian, super funny guy. He got the meanest beard I ever seen in my life. The beard is mean.
Yeah. Mean beard, Mr. Anybody Can Get It beard.
Give it up for Mr. Keenan Baker.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's up, brother man?
That's good.
Man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling great, man.
Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, bro.
Yeah, man, stand-up comedian from Los Angeles. Touring, traveling, man. Can't wait to get back out there. Glad the world's opening back up, man.
I said, who you telling?
Yeah, man. We hit actually we got some date. We got a date in we got a date in Austin in August. August, yeah. I don't know how
I'm gonna
far
try to get to it because that's my hometown.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
that's about 3 hours from Dallas, so I'll try to see if I can fandangle it down there.
Yeah, Texas is ridiculously just big. Yeah, I don't. Oh, man, yeah.
It makes no sense because Dallas is 6 hours from Houston, where I'm at, but 3 hours from Austin. And Houston is also 3 hours from Austin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
You could drive through Texas and still be in Texas. That's
right.
Look, that it's shorter from El Paso to LA than it is from El Paso to Dallas.
Wait, what? For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get to LA quicker than I can get to. If I live in El Paso, I can get to Los Angeles, California faster than I can get to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It takes a full day to drive through Dallas from side to side. I think it is.
It's like 16 to 18 hours, something like that.
Yeah. Texas also has 2 different time zones.
That's ridiculous.
You got Central Time, and then until you get to El Paso is when it switches time zone.
Oh, okay. So where are y'all all located? Y'all all like different spots or what?
In Dallas.
Okay.
Houston.
Yeah, I'm in Houston, and June and Crystal's in Dallas. They're
Happy birthday,
Dallas.
Woo woo! Big 3-4.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year.
Like that shirt too, man.
Man, I had to rep for my boy Nosuke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I see it.
I'm gonna
That's
kick
my
it off.
dog.
I want to kick it off like this. I did not expect Keenan to respond to me on Twitter. I was like, I told them, I think in season 1, like, I got somebody in mind I want to bring on the show, but I wasn't confident like, I could get you on the show. Like, I'm gonna wait this one out. Then I'm like, yo, I sat on Twitter for like 15 minutes before I sent that tweet. Then I sent it, like, he ain't gonna respond.
Hey.
And then I got the response, like, oh snap, he responded. Oh damn.
Look, what I'm learning is, like, when it comes to this Blerd community, it is pretty tight knit. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we gotta stick together. We all we got. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's really dope. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being here for real.
I appreciate you having me. I don't look at it like that. I mean, you say it's a bitch, man. Like, I feel like I'm not hard to get to. You know what I'm saying? I'm very. You hit me, I'm like, what's up, man? I normally respond back, especially like on Twitter. Like maybe on Instagram might be hard to get to me because like followers wise, I get like my DMs and get flooded. But like on Twitter or something like that, or if you see me out in person, I'm not one of those dudes like, hey man, you know. Especially when it comes to like you said, the Blerd community. Like I'm all in. I'm trying to help build our community, help build it also too. Because I'm in it also with our podcast. So
animation.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like we all need each other, man. So that
Yeah, cause I was like, can I conversate with you a few times on Instagram? Like, I'll still be like, yo, when somebody a bigger name responds back, oh snap, he really responds. He been in the comments like that. All right, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see if I can hit him up on his Twitter to see if he can be on the show. When you say, yeah, I'm like, oh snap, this is super dope right here, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know why people be out here getting a big head, man. I'm a very normal. I don't know if we can cuss on here or not.
In the loose today, Chris.
We tried the whole not cussing thing, but it's like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, yeah, I don't I feel like I'm a normal nigga, to be honest. Like wherever you see me at, like there's no like, and people say sometimes you should probably act a little bit more. I'm like, bro, like maybe being from Los Angeles and growing up there kind of kept me just regular.
Right.
Like sometimes people come out here, they're like, yo, I gotta shine, I gotta act Hollywood. They put on like a front, but like everybody that I know that's from here, the ones that are born and raised here, we act like pretty all just chill. We're like all reachable. We're all super cool.
That is a weird phrase to me. Act Hollywood. Like I've never understood it. Like, how do you act a city?
Well, I mean, because I don't even know if Hollywood's a city. I feel like Hollywood is its own world. Like Hollywood is in technically the city of Los Angeles, but people from Los Angeles don't act Hollywood. It's like it's a melting pot of a bunch of people from everywhere, and it's like it could be very egotistical. It's like you gotta lie about whatever. You gotta every time you talk to somebody, you gotta drop your credits. Hey man, yeah, I was on this TV show. I did 2 commercials back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's some people feel like they have to show their worth every time you speak to them. It's just like, bro, it's not that serious.
Not that deep.
Yeah,
It couldn't be me. I'm like, look, you want to know my acting credits? I did a couple of high school plays. I was fire in them. Choreographed a few numbers in it. That's it.
Me and my cousins used to do karaoke videos back before YouTube was a thing. That's about all I got.
I was the understudy in the Erykah Badu play, but the dude didn't get, I didn't get to get on stage. Help me acting out here.
Right. I mean, I was the reigning, rock, paper, scissors champ 2 times running.
Texas on lockdown with rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, we just some regular Texas folk over here.
Yeah, I mean, Texas. We did last 2019 for the tour. We did I think Arlington. Man, I loved it.
Yeah. Arlington Improv.
Yeah, it was one of the or either Arlington Improv or Funny Bone. I forgot what it's called, but
yeah, it's Arlington Improv.
Yeah, the energy that was probably top 3 cities that I think we did. Energy wise for sure.
Oh yeah, because a buddy of mine went and I missed the show. He said, "Yo, man, I went to see Tony and everybody. It was a funny show." I'm like, "Oh, for real?" I said, "I was gonna go." He said, "But I missed it." Like, man, I missed that show. I was gonna go, but some stuff came up. So I was so mad I missed it. So I said, "Whenever y'all come, come."
Last time I was out there, I saw Phase on Love. Hilarious.
Yeah, he was at the Arlington Improv, or which
the Arlington Improv.
Yeah.
Went for my cousin's birthday, and he was pretty dope. So
They not be having me cracking up.
Oh,
I met a couple people while when I was working in the airport back in like 2016, and him and Eddie Griffin by far 2 of the funniest people to ever live.
Yeah, I
feel
like
just by their energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, both OGs, man.
For sure.
Eddie Griffin, when I got a chance to see him, because I got a chance to tell him he was my top 3 favorite comedians of all time. They're like, top 3. Well, who the hell do you got in front of me? I was like, well, you're number 2 and number 1 is Bernie Mac. He's like, okay, I can live with that. He's like, well, who the hell do you got after me? And I told him the person I got after him is Eddie Murphy. He's like, so you got me with Bernie Mac and Eddie Murphy. Shit, I can live with that.
Yeah. Respect.
So, how long have you had your podcast, Animation?
I think we started in 2018. We were just looking back at our episodes. Started in 2018 and in 2017. And the company that I started it with, like, I don't know if you know who else on the podcast, Brennan and Rob and Ice. Like I knew Brennan from they shot Tony Baker's special, his first special, Scaredy Cat.
Okay.
And so I used to just, hang out with them, kick it with them, and him and I would just talk anime, just me and him. And then they were just like, hey man, we should do like a podcast with that. I think I might have been the first podcast that they kind of launched through their company, I think.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So they looked out for me, man. They didn't have to. So they looked out, and then eventually brought Ice on because I think Brendan kept missing a bunch of shows because he was gonna be gone for a few months. So we brought Ice on just as like a guest, And then, we just like, fuck it, just we kept them on.
That's what's up. So, how long have you been weed, so to speak? How long you been in the anime? Since childhood? Is it new?
Yeah, man. So, like I said, 35. I started it started with Dragon Ball Z. I'm not gonna sit here in front because I feel like Dragon Ball Z out here was like the first anime that got out here TV show wise that like was something. There was no really other shows out here, especially like in LA. Like, it didn't hit Cartoon Network yet. It was like on a local channel called KCal 9 out here, like which is the channel at the time that the Lakers play on. So like every Saturday, I just randomly caught it. And then I had a family, like a homeboy. They actually they're half Asian, half white, and I guess like their Asian side, like they had all the stuff from Japan. Like they would be like, yo, they ain't playing everything out here, bro. You already missed all this. You don't even know who Trunks is yet. Like you don't. I'm like, yo, let me borrow some DVDs or some shit, or some VHSs or whatever. Yep. And they hooked us up with I don't know if this is even what you said. With one of these sites. Torrent sites that you can like at the time you download clips and download videos and movies from. So we used to sit there on dial up for like a day and a half to like download a whole movie. And yeah,
back in the day.
Go day. That's what came out.
Yeah, so that's what started it, man. And then after that it just blew up from there. But it definitely started with Dragon Ball Z. I ain't gonna act like I was into some other stuff in the 80s first, anything like that.
Well, I know for Kid, he been watching anime for a while. Somebody, I ain't gonna name them names. Tony.
Hey.
He don't really watch anime.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Is Urban in here? Perpetrate?
I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I stopped watching because I was working on some music on the project, but I'm getting back on it. And after this, I'm watching Naruto. I'm gonna start on that. So that's on my down the.
Now you can catch some of the references I'm sending y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Crystal know the references.
Only
so
thing. Go ahead.
Go ahead. The only thing, what you got to say?
I mean, it just starts so slow for me. Like the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen would start off heavy. I'm like, yes. Then it starts slowing down a few episodes. Come on, man.
It picks up.
I'm like, what a skull crushing dude chewing on fingers and everything. Like, this is getting kind of cool. I'm like, they killing this the show is dope. I'm on episode 14 now, so I'm almost doing this joint. So after that, Naruto. You got my word.
I need to get back to some more anime.
When I was a kid, I didn't know at the time that it was considered an anime, but I was and still am a huge Pokemon fan, personally. I watched Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon Network, but that was like it. That was it. I was like, oh, I'll never watch anime because I didn't know those were considered anime. It wasn't until like last year, my best friend had me watch Haikyuu, and then I liked it, and so we started watching Naruto. I fell in love with Naruto, and I've been on it ever since. So I've been a year straight.
That's the basketball one, right?
Are you watching?
No, Haikyuu's the volleyball one. That's my best friend's favorite.
Okay, so there's a volleyball one and then there's a basketball, right?
Yeah, that's Kuroko's basketball. Yeah.
Kuroko no Basket is it's tough to watch. It is tough. It had potential, man. We watched season 1 for the podcast, and it's like, I need more, damn it. I need more. He kind of like Jason Kidd, the star player, sort of like a Jason Kidd, but it just like, I don't know. Huh? But it got repetitive. Yeah, Pistol Pete, he got the handles, he got the passes, he's no looking. I was like, okay,
but too clean with the one touch.
Yeah, but are y'all watching this filler list? Are y'all watching the whole thing, Naruto? Y'all watching all the way through?
Yeah,
all
me
the
and
way
my
through,
best friend
fillers included.
are actually almost finished with OG. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of select and watch a little Shippuden, but we ain't gonna tell her that. So that's where I'm at. I'm my boy Jiraiya.
You swimming with the pole.
Yeah.
He died. I cried a little bit. Got a little emotional. No, but I have her watching My Hero Academia right now. I finished it personally, but that's one of my favorite. You know, Todoroki, that's my guy.
That's my guy. Yes.
I hear a lot.
Love
I hear
me
good
some.
things about that guy.
It's pretty action packed, so it might keep your attention.
Yeah, that's my bad. I like packs
yeah.
up. I like seeing people get their head.
You might actually like Demon Slayer too. That's my stuff. My boy Nosuke.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what should I watch
If you
first,
like-
Naruto or Demon Slayer? Which one?
Go Demon Slayer because it's shorter.
It's shorter and it's there ain't no in Demon Slayer, there ain't no bullshit, bro. Like they get into the shits and that's really it. There's no filler, they ain't taking their time. I mean, it's pretty fast to be honest.
I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie in the anime game. I'm a rookie. I'm trying to get into it. I'm tired of hearing all my friends talk about all this stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just be sitting there like, all right, yeah, that. But now
I need to get into some more because let's see, I don't watch Naruto all 1,000 episodes plus twice.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that are easy to watch are like, like you said, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia. It depends what you can handle too. Like My Hero at first was kind of rough because it was like the main character, he kept whining and crying. I was just like, man, I can't take this shit. But then once he started getting into it, and like I said, like she said, Todoroki, he's just like, he could be a monster in that show.
My best friend hates Bakugo. I was like,
I get it.
But that's my guy. Like he just has a little issues.
Little?
Just a little bit.
This guy, he's worse than Vegeta with an anger problem. Like he's like 20 times worse than Vegeta.
He's I like him.
He's screaming
because I love Vegeta.
He's screaming for no reason.
So when it comes to anime, what do you think is the most overhyped anime?
Ask a hard-hitting question with that one.
Man, because I don't know for the things that I guess people said that was super dope. Okay, well, at first I will say this: there's an anime called Samurai Champloo, right? It was super hyped up to me. Then I watched it, and I was just like, "Yeah, this." We gave it a bad score, and I feel like that particular show probably has the best soundtrack ever in anime ever. Like because it's only a hip hop themed show. It's super dope when it comes to the music. But then when I thought about it, I was just like, if they just broke this show down from 20, I think it's like 26 episodes, and they would have made that show 12 episodes, it possibly could be one of the greatest animes of all time. But it being over double that, it got hella repetitive. So it's just like, but I mean, I haven't watched all Naruto, like so I'm super behind with that. So I can't say that's overrated. My Hero's not overrated to me. Demon Slayer's not overrated. I love all those ones. Evangelion, no, that shit is trash.
Who has the worst fandom?
Huh?
So who has the worst fandom though?
Oh,
I would say,
for me, it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I might agree with you.
I don't know.
That and Naruto, I think.
I was about to say, I don't know if it's Naruto. It depends on who it is. See, I think Goku has the worst fandom, but I don't say Dragon Ball has the worst.
Goku does
So
have
you
the
got
worst
the
fandom.
super Goku fans, and then you got.
But can he beat
For me, you
Goku
got
though? Yes.
The people who I don't like in the Naruto fandom is the Super Sakura fans.
Right.
Yo, like so.
Because they go hard for
I'm
Sakura.
I'm not a
Like
super
she ain't
Sakura
trash.
fan, but I'm gonna need y'all to lay off of it though. The writer didn't know how to properly write a female character, apparently. So
that's his fault that he made her trash.
damn.
he didn't know how to properly write the female character. I feel
The
like.
episodes that I watched, I was like, she's this is not good for her. But the reason why I say it's very close in the fandom because the other person on the show, Ice, he's a Naruto fan, and he's unbearable at times with that. It's like it's one of those things like nah. It's the pretty much it's the base of anime. I'm like, bro, no disrespect, but Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is kind of the base of like where every anime kind of like started to take stuff from. It came out in the 80s. Like, I'm sorry.
Naruto, the I'm not gonna say the writer, but you can see that Naruto clearly copied Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the main character is pretty much like a kind of a somewhat of a fun, lovable idiot. You know what I'm saying? But you like him because he's super strong and he wants to get stronger. But I don't sit there. I understand that when you watch Dragon Ball, it's hella filler in there. Also, it could be considered overrated. It might be a play on nostalgia. Like I don't ever sit there and be like, nah, man, Dragon Ball Z is the greatest thing living. I'm like, no, I understand. Like it was my number one, but it's not anymore.
Right.
I will say, like he said, maybe not the whole anime itself is got the worst fans, but I will say Goku and Itachi fans are probably the worst two fans.
I can see that.
The person who's just not getting into anime, I didn't to piggyback off of that, but it's like I didn't know how big anime was until Facebook. Like I didn't
know how much Black people watched it until recently.
When I saw gangbangers, I knew from high school talking about Dragon Ball, Naruto, this. I'm like,
yeah,
y'all watch this? Cause I'm like,
I pistol after the show.
I'm like, I'm new to anime. I'm like, I didn't know it was a big. I'm like, all right, I didn't know.
They said they gonna carry their Rasen gun.
I'm like, I didn't know about it.
Rasen gun, tough tight.
Man, but when I started seeing everybody getting on, let me finally see what the hubbub's about, and everybody started putting me on stuff. I couldn't watch this now.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize how much Black people really, really fucked with anime the long way.
Yeah, I think for us specifically, like with Black people, I think we kind of connect to some things, certain probably things in anime, because a lot of times, it's like either the odds are stacked against you, or a lot of times with Black people, a lot of times you'll see us compare ourselves to the Saiyans in Dragon Ball, because it's like, one, Frieza's clearly a white supremacist, so we know this.
Of course.
It's clear. He calls them monkeys. He calls them all types of shit. So, you know, I think it was RZA who did like a pretty cool comparison about how Black people are Saiyans. It's kind of like an indirect but direct kind of comparison.
I think I heard something about that.
And about how the things that they're going through and having their people oppressed and their planet taken over and kind of used and stuff like that, which is kind of a cool little thing. But I don't know. I think it's often just because it's dope. Like it's action packed, and I think a lot of times we just love dope shit in general. It doesn't matter. We don't necessarily hold things that like it has to be Black. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see something super dope, we're into it. You know.
That's true. That's true. I mean, Frieza, like you said, it's a white supremacist, but we're not going to forget the second Hokage is pretty much a racist too.
So I gotta get that reference and know what that is, but yeah.
Check it out. The second Hokage.
He can't stand not one Uchiha. They are the dirtiest, dingiest, lowest, disgusting human beings to him.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand not one Uchiha.
But that's the thing about anime. It's like we love it so much, but man, that shit be low-key racist, bro. Like the way they be drawing us sometimes.
But
the way they do it on the lip.
The way they try to cancel Dragon Ball.
I use My Hero Academia. The one Black pro. He had anger issues. He was married to a white woman.
Well, what was his power again? Like locking or unlock some shit, right? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, he was Lock was his name.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a play on like all we do is pop lock or something.
Yeah. But the way they draw, like you said in Dragon Ball, like Mr. Popo, like my man, do this man hella black with these big ass red lips that were just drawn super just disrespectful. It's always this weird play on us, and I don't understand why. It's like, and then when we get a chance to do a Black anime, a lot of times we be missing, bro. Like Afro Samurai was dope, but like there's not many that hit for us.
Like the one that just premiered on Netflix.
You know, I ain't even watched it yet.
Man, like let me tell you something, man. Like I had this thing where it's like we don't discuss disrespect with Black things unless it's in the Black community. You know, like, hey, bro, that shit was bad. But around other people, I'll be like, hey man, go watch it, support.
It's the greatest.
Watch it for support,
man.
but is it like Ben Carson black?
You said what?
I said I'm gonna watch it for support, but is it like Ben Carson trash?
But bro, like, and I feel like whoever, like the creators of this, they were just confused about what direction they wanted to go into. They had magic, it was just like all you needed is the story is somewhat true. It's like it's a black samurai. It's a real thing that happened. I think Chadwick Boseman was supposed to do the live action at one point, before he passed, but I think he was slated to play the live action.
Yes.
So it's a real thing. So they could have just kept it that, and then that's it. The shit would have been dope. But they went everywhere else but that.
Yep.
So
they swung and missed.
Yeah, they struck out. And then I think there was another one called like Cannon Busters. And I was just like, yeah, all right, cool, this is gonna be dope. And I think it was kind of like by the same people in the sense of like helping get it done or helping create it anime wise. And it was just like, man, like we need that one that just hits hard. The last one, go ahead.
I was gonna say, with that being said, what is your ideal perfect black anime? If you had to pitch a perfect black anime, what would it consist of?
Oh man, I already have an idea that I want to do. I just don't have the artists, and I know animation is hella expensive. I had this idea for years, but pretty much it was about like this. It was going to be about like this.
Disclaimer: this is Keenan Baker's idea, so we don't want y'all stealing this man's work.
Yeah, I'm afraid to kind of say it, and
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it off camera. You got an idea,
and we'll put you in touch with somebody who can possibly help you out.
Yeah. Oh, that's super dope. But I guess I give somewhat of like how it kind of came about. I feel like at least stylistically, it would be somewhat of a it's like a mesh between, I would say, Naruto, from the stuff I've seen, at least stylistically fighting wise. So I like when I watch the action scenes and the fight scenes from Naruto, I'm like, that's what I would want. That shit is just, their fighting scenes are top notch for sure. With a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I guess I would take kind of like that a little bit story wise. It's kind of like it takes a little bit of that story wise, but it's not like it, if you know what I mean. So it's I would have to explain to you more off air.
Just don't be like some of these other anime manga creators and know how to write a female character.
She's the lead and she's gonna be dope, but she's like super young. So it's like, you know, at first the character was supposed to be like, it was pretty much supposed to be me. Like, man, if I was a kid and I was a character, but I was just like, damn, we don't see a lot of black female characters. So I was like, man, fuck that. Let's make her a girl. And, you know, she pretty much she's traveling to like, you know, pretty much find her mom because, you know, something happened to her mom in a sense. And she's hella strong, but she's a kid. She don't know how strong she really is. She's like a kid with powers that need to be kind of tamed. And then once her powers get guided, but she's going around learning somewhat of her real history too, in the sense of like black people too. So it's like it's gonna throw some kind of dope history stuff in there without making it boring. And you see that like even like her family is just like with such many parts of her family, it's like them motherfuckers is hard. Like every single person, every aunt, uncle is like, they seem nice, but they're just monsters when it comes to fighting. And then pretty much it's going to be, of course, a big epic battle. And you know, she's going to kind of like, I guess,
do her thing,
being a forefront of that. But yeah,
chopper flying.
Yeah,
I know it don't
sound like much what I'm saying, but like when I tell you off air,
I mean that's good enough. I mean, we get
can she eliminate a whole city,
bro?
If so, send her to Viter, Texas, please.
It's gonna start off. That's not even necessarily it's like in our world, but it's not like, I guess, in this time frame. Right. But like I just know like one of her aunts is like pretty much one of the most powerful people in the world, and she literally snaps like 500 people's necks within a span of 3 seconds. She's like a monster. Yeah,
I look forward to that. Like for real.
She's kind of like
you definitely got our support.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, after he said snapping people's neck under 3 seconds. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's
Look, I'm telling you, he had me at female lead. I was sold.
yeah. I just
The way
want her
you
to
describe her,
sign
though, I love it. The way you describe her, snap.
Because most of these manga writers, when it comes to the female character, they either make her hella bratty and whiny, they make her needy as hell. I mean, I feel like I'm describing Sakura, but
You are. You are.
But I mean, I will say with My Hero Academia, they kind of do better with the female characters because there's so many of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, Froppy is a pretty strong character. Uraraka, my girl Creati, she's pretty. I mean, she be unsure of herself. I totally ship her and Todoroki. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it just, and I love me a good villain too. Like some of it, like in some of the shows, some of my favorite characters are villains. Like I love Dabi.
Have you made it to Madara yet?
Dabi's dope.
I have not made it to Madara yet.
Well, I can't let you get there.
But when it, like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, my favorite character in the whole show is Azula. Not gonna lie, that's my girl.
Yeah.
So I love a good villain.
A good villain's dope, and then even with like the female protagonist, I feel like she's so young, so there's gonna probably be a little bit of like probably crying here and there because she's a kid. She's 3 to 5 going on this journey pretty much by herself, and she ends up getting paired with somebody because they have to pair her with somebody because you can't be that young going out there. But like, she has her moments, but then she grows into this. It's like, yo, pretty much like the person or the thing that she's with is like, yo, like if you keep crying, I'm gonna like abandon you. And she's afraid to get abandoned. So now her thing is like, all right, I'm gonna be strong. I'm not gonna cry. And then she ends up having a moment, but it's a moment where she can cry again. It's worth it. It's like, man, it's all in my head. If I can get it out, especially if I can get it animated, I think personally I would do us justice. I feel like y'all would be like, thank you, man. Like
Yeah, we definitely got to get him in touch with Mike.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
He probably know Mike.
He does?
Although I'm just saying he probably do know.
It's a small world, no telling.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, is he an artist?
Oh, he's an actor. Mike Fallon.
I don't know.
But he's out in your neck of the woods, so he be on the show from time to time, aka the comic book guy.
Okay.
So speaking of comic books, do you prefer watching superhero-based shows like Marvel, DC, or do you prefer anime?
Man, anime for sure. And until I saw fucking Invincible. Woo! When I saw that, I was like, all right.
Sheesh.
Omni-Man, that's my guy. He's animated.
Wait,
y'all
were talking about the worst anime dads, and I know people say Goku and everything. I mean, he is top 5, but
Omni-Man is an
Omni-Man.
I saw it, but I didn't know.
Omni-Man is a terrible father.
So many people was talking about that once. I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't even catch like, wait, what?
It's only 8 episodes. It's on Amazon Prime. Check it out.
I'm gonna put that on the list. What is this?
Man,
you late, sir.
Man.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it and make sure you watch the whole first episode. Because I had a friend that watched it and was like, it ends, but then it's like an after credit scene. You need to watch that whole
credit scene.
Dog, that's when your head explodes and you go, okay.
Wait, there's an end credit scene? Wait a minute. I missed it.
Wait. I mean, the first episode.
Of what?
Of Invincible.
I didn't watch the I've seen the whole thing. I just didn't watch the end credit scene.
So you
ain't see that big old fight that happened in the laboratory?
No.
Wow.
Oh, dang. You got something you gotta watch. You gotta watch that.
I do. As soon as we done, I'm go.
So how far are you in that show?
I watched the whole show.
But she didn't watch none of the end credit scenes.
Nope.
Pretty much every time the credits end, I think you should I think there's something pretty much after, but like that's pretty much the basis of the whole show of why everything's happening.
You should have learned from Marvel by now. You gotta watch the credits.
I should have learned. because I was watching the first episode of My Hero Academia season 5. There's an end credit scene, and it kind of was just like,
Yeah,
because it has to do with Endeavor and Dobby.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
literally making a list of everything y'all talking about right now.
Making lists, checking the twice. No, like for real, Invincible is a good ass show.
Yeah, but it's worth. It's like the episodes are about 45 minutes or so a piece. So it's a little longer than I guess the average, like animated show type, but it's 100% worth it. I always see when there's too much time at the end. I always scan to see what's going on, because normally when they leave too much time at the end, it's like they normally do something. But that show, for your question, is definitely anime. When I watch that show, and I feel like DC does way better animated series shows than Marvel.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so like
way
Marvel,
better.
this is kitty cartoony. But DC, I was like, I think it was it Flashpoint? That was one of the ones when I saw, I was like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Flashpoint is my favorite.
Animated movies also. It wasn't until Into the Spider-Verse came out that Marvel was like, we finally this is going to be our version of the Dark Knight. You know how they say, well, Dark Knight was this. Or, DC. Well, Into the Spider-Verse is Marvel's animated compete against all. If you would.
Originally, that movie was incredible. And Marvel's anything, I think, what was that Joker one? I think they had a Joker one where that shit was just wild. I didn't know they could
The Killing Joke?
What are you talking about? The Killing Joke or
The Killing Joke, I think.
The Killing Joke.
Yeah.
The rated
where
R.
he basically where Joker shot her and then defiled her body.
Bro, like I was like, y'all doing this in DC? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that got pretty dark. Also one of Warner Brothers' good animated films, Scorpio's Revenge, that Mortal Kombat one. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Is that on HBO Max?
Yes.
I think so.
I haven't seen it, but I heard nothing but great things about it. So
it is phenomenal. Warner Brothers doesn't miss with the animation. It's just the live action. It's like, what are you doing?
Do not sit here and get on this past Mortal Kombat movie. Y'all gotta let this stuff breathe. It takes time. This is an origin story, okay?
No.
I didn't.
No, bro. Nah, we ain't doing that. Where's my trash can at? That shit was garbage, man.
Or was it Dragon Ball Evolution garbage though?
Nothing's Dragon Ball Evolution garbage. Nothing will ever. You can't even try to make a movie that bad.
Wait, I was about to say The Last Airbender is kind of up there.
No. You want to talk about a bad movie? That goddamn movie Crossover from 2004 with Hot Sauce and the And1 mixtape and Anthony Mackie.
Hey.
That movie was trash.
That movie to learn how to look. He got destroyed by Eminem. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go play some basketball.
Yeah.
Eminem beat that man so bad. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna go back to my parents, get my diploma from Cranbrook, and become an Avenger.
Nah, man. Nothing worse than Dragon Ball Evolution, dog. I don't care what you put up against. I don't care what Tyler Perry movie you say. Ain't nothing worse.
Because I like Tyler Perry movies.
I will say it ain't worse, but it's up there with it. That M. Night Shyamalan travesty of an Avatar movie.
It's up there. It is. Because I know people. I didn't finish watching the animated series.
You should.
Me and my lady, we started watching it. Like we're like probably a season or two in. But like, and it's good. We love it.
Yeah, because my girl Azula is boss. Love her.
Yeah, but
for one, in that travesty of a movie, I don't know who Ong is. Like, who is Ong? I mean, they have a whole cartoon to tell you how to say the name.
Yeah.
So first of all, I don't understand that. Two, why are Katara and Sokka white? Like, you got one of the Cullens playing Sokka. Like, but the natives in their same Southern Water tribe were ethnically correct, but you got a white Katara and Sokka. Like, I don't understand.
Because I feel like when it comes, I was gonna say, and when it comes to like, I feel like with Hollywood, they feel like only whites can lead movies or be the main characters in the movie, because that's the selling point always. It's like this name, we have to sell it with these type of names, not understanding that the fan base a lot of times with some of this stuff will pull up if you just do it right. If you do it, I feel like 70 to 80% accurate, the fan base is going to pull up and they're going to continue to support even after they watch it the first time. They're going to probably watch it multiple times. But they have this where it's just like, we don't trust, a black lead or like a native lead or like a Latino lead. We just we just put 150 million in the budget. Can they make our money back plus double? They don't trust it.
And then boom, Black Panther came out. See how that did.
And they still are like, well, they're still like, ah. So
I don't know.
If he brought it up, I want to know Keenan's opinion on them about not recasting. We got to bring it up. We got to get another person's opinion on it. How you feel about it?
I think with this movie you don't recast him. I think people we're too sensitive right now, because especially it was the way he the way he went. Like we're all shocked. We were like, what are you guys talking about? Like he died. Like what? I think if it went another way, it would be different. I was, as soon as they said that, and I was just like, man, they're gonna have to do something with the movie. I immediately went to Shuri because I thought she was like my second, her or I think it was Okoye. Either one of them two have to lead that movie in the sense of like the action, because or Lupita. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's like the movie can still be. I think the movie can still be led without Chadwick, and then if you want to bring in somebody for part 3 to like kind of replace him, or however you're gonna do it. If you're gonna have him like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Are they gonna have him missing, and then for the third one they'll bring somebody to actually replace him but still play T'Challa? I don't know, but I think in this particular movie, the people are gonna probably be a little too sensitive if you just do a new T'Challa and they'll be like, bro, we ain't fucking with you. Especially if it's the wrong pick, they're gonna destroy it.
I can see that.
I have an idea who can play him. T'Challa.
Who you got?
Desmond Idris from Snowfall.
Ah.
I think he'll be a great T'Challa at some point.
That's one of the two people I chose.
Yeah.
After I seen him in the movie with Anthony Mackie on Netflix, I was like, oh yeah, that dude beats T'Challa.
We initially said, my initial pick was
Eli Noel.
Who's that?
You seen the first Purge movie? Not the very first one, but the fourth one. They made called the first Purge. In Insecure, he plays Issa Rae's side piece.
Right. That dude. Physically, he has it. I wonder, can he pull off the accent correctly? Physically, he has a look.
The first Purge, he can do the action. Trust me.
The action, I think he can. I'm saying the accent.
The accent.
Yeah. I think physically he has all the tools for sure. Yeah. Who else? Who would you have? Who else do y'all have that y'all would want to? If you had to.
Those are my two.
Those are the two.
Mm. Yeah,
but they have source material. It's in the comics that Shuri takes over when T'Challa goes missing, dies, or when he actually just passes the mantle over so he can focus on running the country.
Yeah, I think what they're going to probably do is have him missing, and then they're going to bring us up, because I think a lot of people are like, I saw a lot of fans say they don't want to actually like get rid of T'Challa yet. They don't want to kill off T'Challa, the character. So I think they're going to probably have him missing, and then part 3 they're going to have somebody fill in as a new T'Challa. And I think that by the time that happens, in 2025 or whatever that is, or I don't know what frame it'll be, but I think at that point we'll probably be wanting a new T'Challa. And, I think they'll be able to do it right at that point.
I agree. So let's get to why we're all here. You know what I'm saying? Disney Plus, speaking of Disney, dropped Loki. It was supposed to come out today on my birthday, but they moved it up. That's cool. Whatever. Gave me time to watch it. But what were y'all thoughts on the first episode?
It was everything I thought a low-key show would be. Hilarious. Like, this the opening scene was like hilarious. He's standing up on the rock like, yo, it's your man, here. Nah, bro. Then they came out that portal. She hit him with that bow. Boop, boop, boop.
You mean my girl here behind me?
Oh, yeah, she hit him with that boom. He falling in slow motion, but he feeling that in real time. Like, gosh, I need one of those.
She's from what's that show that came on HBO, man?
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. I was like, she looks familiar. Look it up. I was like, yeah, I knew that was something. She was somebody.
She's one of my celebrity crushes sisters on that show.
Yeah, she did a great job on this show.
It is.
I enjoyed the show. It's fire. A lot of Easter eggs, a lot of questions in there. So.
Oh, we forgot to say, spoiler alert,
They know how we get down. They should already know.
If you ain't seen it, sorry.
If you don't know by now, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched it today. Man, I think I liked it. I'm glad for him and Thor that they found out how to do those characters correctly, because when him and Thor first came into the scene, I was like, get these niggas out of here. They were boring. They weren't funny. I'm just not a fan. The accents were killing me. I was just like, yo, this feels like slow motion. Please, like, do something. And then Thor Ragnarok came out, and I was like, oh, humor is the key. And then I watched this, and I was like, they kept it humorous. They kept it funny. And I was like, that's what they need to do with both of these characters, because I feel like they're both kind of naturally, in a sense, how they brought them out anyway. Maybe not in the comic book, but in here, it's like they brought them out kind of boring. So I watched. I loved it. It was funny. I think it was definitely better than what's the first one?
WandaVision.
Yeah, that scene when he busts him and then he's slow mode. Owen Wilson's funny in there. I love her character. She out there ready to whoop ass. She's like, bruh, like, just, stay in your place type stuff. So I loved it.
He over there walking around with the Jailhouse 9s on.
Yeah.
The whole episode.
I like when he was mad about having to take that number because he's a god. Then he saw that dude get incinerated. He was
the thing about that part, he was the dude that got incinerated. I like it because he was talking shit the whole time.
Yeah.
He was talking shit from the start till he got zapped. Okay, like he was looking for his life.
Did I place that number?
Yeah. Yeah, what I like about shows like this too is like, I know for me, I'm not up on the comic books as much as everybody else. So I always go online and be like, all right, what did I miss? I know I missed mad stuff, mad Easter eggs, all that stuff like that. So I know we go online and I'm pretty sure even that guy that got killed, like they might be like, yeah, but he was so-and-so. And I'm like, oh shit, So stuff like that is always just funny. Also too, watching these shows, it's like, all right, Marvel is extremely detailed about how they do their shows and movies. Every little thing means something, and it means something else in a past movie to a future movie to a present movie, which is
right. If you paid attention to one of them scenes,
I know what you're about to talk about.
Yeah, the Peggy Carter stuff. It looks like one of the people they were bringing in is Peggy Carter. It was they showed a screenshot of Peggy from Agent Carter to Loki in that one scene in the hallway.
See, I haven't watched this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's where it's from.
No, it was
she had a show.
She had her own show on ABC.
Oh,
but it's on Disney Plus now. It's called Agent Carter. It's on Disney Plus now. I think it ran for one season, but that's because they were dumb and tried to have it compete with the NBA. NBA on ABC. You run for the win there.
Not smart at all.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think about that D.B. Cooper reference? Cause I know you're the conspiracy theory guy. How'd you feel when you saw that?
The D.B. Cooper?
Yeah.
I don't know what's I'm not sure what
on Loki.
Yeah. I saw, but I forgot what's the reference for D.B. Cooper. What is
he was on a plane and he hijacked the plane.
It's the guy who asked for all the money. They brought it to him, and he escaped somewhere out of the plane. But they never found him or the money.
Or the money. Well, they found some of the money. But
that's a real thing that really happened.
Yes, that really.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh,
that's a real thing.
I'm shocked that you didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up with conspiracy. You know, my conspiracy theory shows actually coming back as a podcast. But yeah, dog. I mean, regardless, I want to know how do you do something like that. I feel like I gotta read up now on the actual thing that actually happened fully, because all I know is what I saw from Loki.
You know? Essentially, what you saw from Loki is what happened. We still have so many questions about the DB Cooper thing. Like, where's all the money? Where's his body if he jumped out the plane? I found a parachute. No body. Parachute's all mangled. So where's DB Cooper?
So what's the conspiracy?
People say he took. Yeah, people say he took the money. Well, some theories say that he took the money, got a new face, and lived his life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people say he took the money and had a sex change and lived his life. Some people say he's swimming somewhere in the ocean, holding on to the money, but they literally just don't know what's going on with it.
It's probably the last one, to be honest.
You think he did?
I think he kicked the bucket holding his money. I mean, the ocean's so big, you probably will never find his body.
He probably got ate by Bruce the shark from Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Like, he might have had a plan to where he had all that stuff set up, and
inside job.
One, how much money?
Another theory.
Like, how much money was it? Was it hundreds of millions, or was it like how much was it?
Let me look it up.
Because I'm like, I mean, have you seen the movie Face Off before?
Yes.
I seen pieces of it.
Man.
With Jack Nicholson, not Jack Nicholson, but you know what I'm trying to say.
John Travolta.
Not Tom Cruise.
John
Yeah.
And who?
Okay,
Nicholas
so
Cage.
it's 1971 and it was $200,000.
What? Nigga, he dead. Man. For 200 G's? He did all that.
You gotta remember, it was 1971.
Shit. And what's the inflation on that? Maybe
I'd probably give it $1 million, maybe $1 million.
Man. Whoever he is, he's a jackass. That's what he is. You did all that for $200K, bro. I wouldn't even do that for $1 million right now. I'm like, $1 million's a lot of money, but maybe my trajectory, I can get $1 million with what I'm doing in life. I might, I'm working towards some things in the sense of like entertainment. I might be able to hit that. But what? Well, you have a better chance robbing a bank. What are you talking about?
So yeah, inflation for 200,000 from 1971 is $1.3 million.
That nigga's dead, bro.
Yeah. Hey, but they say that the person he held hostage was in on it, the female flight attendant.
Kind of like what they hinted at in Loki.
Yeah. I mean,
they toasted it up.
It's possible. I mean, because she quit right after that. Ain't nobody heard from her, but they know she was living large.
Oh, huh. Living large for how long? Because 200K ain't a lot of money, man. To be just having like your own island. Like this is what I'm saying.
No, what I mean by living large is she was able to quit her job as a flight attendant and not have a job for like 10 years.
10 years of 200K?
Hey, maybe she's frugal.
Different back then. Stuff was cheaper back then.
It's 1971. A gallon of milk was a quarter. She's straight. She goes to the grocery store for $5 and give me like 17 gallons of milk.
Man, y'all not convincing me, bro.
Because like I said, they said things they don't know. Like I said, when I say living large, I mean she was able to quit her job and disappear with the money for a little bit.
I have a question about Loki. The flight attendant, was she the same actress as the judge?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that too, I was like, they very similar.
Because they look just alike.
Because the judge is boo-boo.
The judge is from the Lights or whatever her name is. She's like a British girl.
Yeah.
Well, they look just alike. I was like, that's the judge. Because didn't Owen Wilson's character say that they are always around watching?
Yeah.
So does that mean they're implanted in the timeline a little bit, or?
Interesting.
Let's talk about this judge. Did this low nigga Loki not start snitching? He did his best Tekashi 6ix9ine impression. Now, what about the Avengers? They was in time. They was like, that's supposed to.
That was supposed to happen.
He was snitching like. Then my
That's
boy,
when you know the judge paid off right there and there.
then he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I see y'all niggas."
He's like, come on, y'all gonna do me like this, but you're not gonna go get them. Hey, Captain America went back. It was literally
Start snitching.
He was dry snitching like a mug.
He wasn't even dry snitching. He was the whole.
hey, look here. I don't blame him.
He said,
I'm not gonna do no time for nobody else.
He starts saying the Avengers, they did it.
I can't respect Loki. You out here saying how you a god and all this stuff like that, and the first chance you get, you over there doing that he did it. He did it over there.
They all do that.
You know, I ain't going to jail for these motherfuckers.
But you can't call. Here's the thing. That's fine. We're regular people. We can snitch, right? And so we can consider snitching if we do it. It's called doing your duty as a citizen. But when you call yourself a god,
I mean, he started snitching once he found out he couldn't use his powers.
Yep.
He's like, I can't. Okay, yeah. What about the Avengers though? Huh?
Yeah, homie hit that.
Here, what about the Avengers?
He's like, I'm guilty of this.
Couldn't. My boy Loki, he couldn't get it up. Like, yo, man, can't get it up. This don't happen all the time. But girl, let me tell you.
But that's what I mean. Now, honestly, a few things that y'all said. Now I want to go back and watch, I guess, some YouTube videos because I want to see if she actually was a duck. I thought the same thing. I was like, she looks exactly like her. But it makes sense now. They're always kind of watching it in on it, like, oh, he think he's doing something. Nah, you're doing what you're supposed to do. This is all part of the timeline. So yeah, he definitely. I mean, somebody needs to make a meme of him and throw the 6ix9ine wig on him. I don't know how to do memes or like Photoshop. But they need to have him in that courtroom with that wig on there, like doing the point. That'll be amazing.
And then they saying he was like, all these Infinity Stones, oh, they just paperweights. We don't use those.
Oh, man,
he was sick.
He was. He did all that to get his Tesseract back.
He was like, oh, see,
did y'all catch the ending reference?
Which one?
About Loki.
No,
if y'all pay attention to the episode, it's about the fact that he's done that multiple times throughout time. What they told Loki is, we need your help to catch somebody who's a time jumper like you. And then they said it's you. So that means he has to go figure out he had to go to see how many times he's done this.
I'm out. That ain't the cold part. That ain't the cold part. When he said, when Owen Wilson walked, when Mobius walked through the door, like, yo, we got to catch you. Oh, so they just like me, right? You're a pussycat compared to this person. That dude like, gosh, there's somebody better than me? Yes.
But it is him though, right?
Yeah.
It's him.
That's what they said. It's him.
But he's like, you ain't shit compared to this motherfucker.
Let me show you how you really can get down.
Yeah, exactly.
So do y'all know what comic book this would be based off of? Like, is there
pieces? They just put them together.
I have to go back and check because this is more of a newer comic than the older comic, so I have to go back and look.
Okay.
Like, because like WandaVision, we know that's from an older comic from like 70s and 80s, right? All that stuff has happened before. Same thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's happened before in the comics. The new Thor movie coming out happened in the comics. So I have to go back and look and see which time this has happened with Loki. But then again, you got to remember they also messed up Loki's future story with Ragnarok, with Hela. Because in the comics, Hela isn't his sister, Hela is his daughter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Because they literally based that off of Norse mythology. Like And Ragnarok is basically doomsday in Norse mythology. Like that's the day that all gods die and then are reborn to restart their time.
Oh, okay.
And like when I say Ragnarok is messy, Ragnarok is extremely messy because, okay, if you go and watch the movie Thor Ragnarok, you know how she has that little dog or whatever, that wolf.
Mm-hmm.
In the comics and in Norse mythology, that wolf is Hela's brother, which is also Loki's child. Loki has the world serpent as a child. He has Hela, who's basically the queen of the underworld, and she ends up relinquishing that title to T'Challa because he beat her ass for it. And then he has the wolf. The wolf actually kills Odin, bites his head off, and then proceeds to get his ass beat by the rest of Thor's siblings.
They should have showed that. I would have watched it.
Yeah. The wolf actually bites Odin's head off and kills Odin during Ragnarok. Loki is killed by Heimdall, and Heimdall is killed by Loki during Ragnarok in Norse mythology. Thor and the World Serpent gets into a fight, and they fight for so long, and that fight is so powerful that they go back in time. That's why Ragnarok always happens, because of that fight between Thor and the World Serpent.
That's crazy. So, I mean, that's crazy because that's one of my favorite movies out of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe was Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, to me, that's one of the top 5 out of the current MCU movies.
Yeah. But you said they messed up a whole lot during that movie, though.
They did, and it still ended up being one of the better movies. That's how good they are.
Yeah.
Because the only thing, like the biggest thing they messed up was the fact that the wolf during Ragnarok kills Odin, and they made Hela the sister instead of the daughter. But either way, it still ended up being a good movie because with Thor Ragnarok, they didn't use the Norse mythology Ragnarok. They actually used bits and pieces from Planet Hulk for that movie.
Right.
And they also did bits and pieces from Hulk versus.
Yeah, I feel like Planet Hulk there.
Yeah, Hulk versus was an animated movie that they did, and it's Hulk versus Thor for the first part, and then the second part is Hulk versus Wolverine. But Hulk versus Thor is like when Thor and Hulk actually fight each other, they keep going at it, which is what they've been alluding to since like the first Avengers movie, because that's who Thor and Hulk had their first big fight with, is each other.
So speaking of Thor, y'all think he'll ever get a redemption after that Professor Hulk thing? And the fact he let Thanos whoop up on him, and they do shit about it the second time.
He beat him humble. Him ain't want to come out and play no more. Him was done.
And the thing is, he wasn't even mad at Thanos. That's the funny part about it. Hulk wasn't even mad at Thanos, and like for the reason to come out, he was mad at Bruce Banner for putting him in a situation. Like he literally said, "No, he's not coming out," and he only said no because he's tired of saving Bruce Banner's ass.
That's a great excuse. You got your ass when you just say, "Hey man, I'm just tired of having to save you." It was like, "No, bro, you get the hands handed to you. It's all good."
Hey, look, you come out anger ain't gonna put me in it because you mad. Nah, that's like having a little sister. That's why I'm gonna go tell my brother to whoop your ass, and you go and see the nigga who you gotta fight. This nigga who was messing with you,
yeah,
turn around and get your eye black and be like, "Look, I'm tired of you putting me in these situations, little girl."
Man, Hulk turned into a black father. Like, I ain't helping your ass no more. I told you not to leave the people alone.
Hulk to go get some milk and they never come back.
Never came back.
I mean that was the only disappointing thing out of that whole because
what happened?
That was the only disappointing thing in that series was like I felt like they were just wasting him away that whole time. So I hope they do him justice at some point.
He'll be back this year. That's not this year or next year. He's actually gonna be Professor Hulk in the She-Hulk TV show.
Yeah, I mean it's cool for him to be smart and everything, but I'm gonna need him to throw some hands. That's what he do. He smashed it.
He's not gonna throw hands. They're gonna explain how she becomes She-Hulk.
So that whole series, I don't mind that. Give her thing. I'm cool with that. But when is he gonna throw hands again?
When Wolverine pop up on his ass. And what up, bud?
Probably. That'll probably
I'm
be when he does it.
I'm gonna find me a green hat and put "Make Hulk Great Again." Like that's what we go.
That's a dope idea. You should definitely do that. That
Crystal
probably
Bay
sell,
said
like,
it first here on the Blerdspot. You gotta do that. You gotta do it now.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna do it because I got to now.
do that
Somebody gonna take
ASAP,
that idea
especially,
soon as the episode go out.
especially before the She-Hulk movie comes out. If he's gonna be, like you say, he's gonna be Professor Hulk. No, you get them hats done.
And the thing is, though, the reason why he's going to be Professor Hulk is because of her backstory. By that time, he was learning how to control his anger. He found out how to be one with Hulk. And the only reason she becomes She-Hulk is because something happened to her. She was going to die. And the only person with her blood type is her cousin, which is Bruce Banner. And he said, no, I'm not going to do this blood transfusion. He didn't want to do it. She literally begged him on her deathbed. He does the blood transfusion, and now she's She-Hulk.
Who's playing the character?
Who? She-Hulk?
Yeah,
I forgot. Who is playing She-Hulk?
I forgot too.
I can't keep up, Mark. They be hiring everybody.
Oh, the
They
chick
need to
from
hire
Orphan
us.
Black.
I know, right?
who?
What's her name? I want to say Tatiana something. She's from Orphan Black. Tatiana Maslany.
I don't know who that is.
I ain't gonna lie. I will audition for Nightcrawler if I get the opportunity. I want to be in the MCU.
The only reason why I want to watch it is because another one of my crushes is going to be in it.
You got more crushes than I don't know what.
Summer.
He got more crushes than B King. Go back to 2008 when that song came. 2008.
He ain't say now word yet either. He just sitting there like, y'all done, man.
He like, y'all
done.
finished, y'all done.
I grew up liking beautiful women. You can't fault me for that.
Hey,
I
So
can
who-
look,
who's-
but I can't touch.
Who's
I
some of
got
these?
queen.
Who's some of these crushes, man? Let's go down the list. Since we in this rabbit hole, man.
Let's go down the list. I'm gonna start with my number one. I'm gonna start with my number one. She's a guilt, and her name is Angela Bassett.
Okay, I saw her in person one time, bro. She glowed.
Right. So
She-
it's
like,
Angela
she
Bassett,
literally
it's
had a
Tatiana
story about
Ali. Let's see, it's Angela Bassett, Tatiana Ali, Cree Summer, Zoe Kravitz, and her mama.
I understand.
Just
Can't argue that. Can't argue that.
yeah, you really can't argue that. It's Regina King, and it's Taraji P. Henson. And those are my crushes. And of course, I'm not counting the ones that have passed on, like Aaliyah and Left Eye.
Right. A lot of Aunt Bays in there,
I
man.
was about to say he got a lot of aunt babes.
I know, right?
A lot of Aunt Bay.
Only Aunt Bay I got is Erykah Badu. I want to see what she did to Andre 3000. I just want to know. I need to know.
want to see what she did to Andre 3000.
That's all I want to
She
know.
fed that man spaghetti.
Hey.
Let me tell you
Whatever that
something.
about
Let me
spaghetti-
tell you something. Let me tell you something. You don't need spaghetti to do that.
She fed that man spaghetti and then massaged his scalp.
You don't need. You can do that with just about any food. You don't just need spaghetti. I'm just saying. Not that I know. I'm just saying.
I always heard spaghetti also.
Hey,
Hey,
of
that's
course
the
she
most
knows. That's how she
common.
got Thanos.
Ah! Ba-da-boo.
No, I mean that.
Hey, she can't even get
Spaghetti is the most. Spaghetti is the most common way, but it's all about the essence. You could put that in anything. Not from experience. I ain't never did it because you get the wrong mofo tied to you, and then he crazy and won't let your ass go.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that is real? That method is real?
I don't hold nothing past the ancestors' methods.
Good answer.
Girl, don't
Judging by my family history, yes, it's real.
Oh, really?
That's how your wife got you?
No, that's how I got her.
Oh!
Oh, Plot twist.
Plot twist. Like, look, and I'm only saying that because the first meal I ever made her was spaghetti. That's the latest. And then, like years later, I found out that my family history traces back to Haiti and Trinidad and Tobago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out how you got the spaghetti, because the spaghetti requires something you can't produce.
Oh,
right.
Oh no. See, you got to reverse engineer it, right?
Oh, reverse engineer.
You got to reverse engineer it. See, what you do is you got to go ahead.
Hey, tell everything.
Mix it with
We're down this rabbit.
You got to go detailed.
Yeah, you got to mix.
You told him to go
together.
down. You told him to go down the rabbit hole, and he went.
You're right.
He went.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a process. You gotta mix the substances together and call it love.
Call it love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, if you think about it, 11
I'm
years
gonna make
later,
my own
3 kids,
food
2
from now on.
rings. Hey, it works though. Like I said, 11 years later, we've been married, going on 8 years this year. We have 3 kids.
That's
I mean,
beautiful.
we both was glowing together. Like I worked and she got her degree, and then like I said, I was still working, and I just finished getting I'm about to finish getting my degree in December. And so, like I said, we're glowing together.
That's a beautiful thing.
I did all of this before the age of 31.
That's what's up. I decided, at 34, I said I'm gonna give myself 1 more year, but by 35, I'm just gonna be professional aunt. For real.
Professional aunt.
I got 5 nieces.
Dang.
And 2 nephews. So
He said a professional.
You know what up?
You're
Gonna be the aunt that brings a friend to the barbecue.
This is my friend Jeremy.
Yeah.
This is Thanos. This
is my friend Thanos.
Don't forget Daddy Kakashi.
Then she be like, this is my friend Kakashi. Well, what the fuck happened to Thanos? He's
Don't worry
yesterday's
about
news.
Don't worry about it.
Now here's Aaron Donald's big ass. How you get
Look, I found out he's in a loving relationship, so I had to give up on my dreams for that.
Oh, you was rocking with Aaron Donald?
Oh, she love her some Aaron Donald. She love that big motherfucker.
She love any big nigga that can run another nigga over.
I have a thing for massive human beings.
She don't like.
She also likes Derrick Henry.
America's football.
Anybody give a man a stiff arm all the way out of bounds and the coach make him
look,
ass back
so you ain't got to be muscular like them. I mean, I like the chunky man too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yo, man, chunky dudes be out here winning. I talk to a lot of people about that stuff. They be like, yeah, I love a teddy bear type guy. That's protection. Like they feel safer around a guy that's with any type of size on him. It's not necessarily, you ain't
got to have all the muscles in the world.
Hey, screw up. Hey, tall women. That girl, Elizabeth Cambridge in the WNBA. That's 6'8" half.
Liz,
that's a tree I would climb. Yes. Hey, she fine. She's 6'8".
As long as you are not ashamed about your height and she's not ashamed about your height, because sometimes they'll be like, yo, you make me feel uncomfortable because you're too short. As long as she's like, she understands that she's 6'8", so she's just super, super tall. So the majority of men are going to be small.
It is what it is. Certain men can't handle it, so they end up shooting people in the foot.
Cut it off, you son of a bitch. Cut it off. We're not going. Why you gonna shout in front of company, man? Why you showing out? Keenan, we saw
that shit. That's his fault.
You know what?
I just was like, all right,
I mean, and the funny part about it is they said if you look at the news sources, they said he was carrying it on his back like a backpack, his whole 9mm.
You want
to? I can't.
You know what?
I just can't. At this point, just keep your camera off, because I see you just got started and you ain't gonna stop.
I'm trying.
She's a fellow blerd herself, so.
Yeah, I reached out to
there's a few blerds that we would love to speak to, especially like when it comes to like big name celebrities. people give Megan so much shit for being a blerd. Like the gatekeeper, right. Like, oh, you ain't no real blerd, blah, blah, blah. Like the girl did a whole photo shoot looking like Todoroki.
Right.
I ain't even gonna hold I didn't even believe it when I saw it. Like, she like, what?
He also has a picture where she photoshopped herself standing next to Sasuke on the red carpet.
I seen that.
Like, just I mean, you know what it is sometimes also too about the community is that we could be sometimes, I won't say us in particular, but the community can kind of be, especially when it comes to women, especially Black women, they always want to question everything that they do. It's like, you're not it's not even about being that deep. Some people aren't as deep as fans as other people. Like, I feel like I'm pretty deep, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And I ain't gonna sit there and say that I know as much as everybody else. Like, I've always, when we first started our anime podcast, I ain't gonna lie, this is what I wanted to title it. I wanted to title it "A Nigga That Watch Anime." And they were like, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen, bro." And I was like, "Why not, man?" Because I said that's the epitome of like how I am with it. It's like, yo, I'm not too deep in a sense where like I know every single, like, I don't read every single manga and all that stuff like that. I do read some, but I understand it's like another level to where they know every single thing. They've read like hundreds and thousands of manga. They've read, I mean, they watched the romance animes, they watched the comedy animes on top of the action. So when I look at somebody like Meg Thee Stallion, I mean, I think they made fun of I did like this little segment for this company called Namiwear. I don't know if you heard of Namiwear. Mm-hmm. He does like anime clothing, super dope anime clothing. And it was about Black celebrities that watch anime. So they people got on Michael B. Jordan because he said Naruto wrong. They were like, he's not even saying it right. I'm just like, bro, man, he probably ain't that as deep, but he rocked with the show. Karl Anthony Towns, he rocked. Joel Embiid. Who else?
Uzi.
I didn't know Uzi does, but Uzi, that's dope. I mean, Samuel Jackson, he said he watched hentai. It's like it's like
I'm not surprised that he would watch that.
Oh, it is what it is.
Me neither. But I'm saying it's like the people watch what they want to watch. And they might call them, they might be fans, but not necessarily fans to the level of some people. It's like, I know people that I watch Marvel, but I won't call myself a fan like some of y'all that y'all know the comic books, the storylines. I don't. But I don't mean I'm not a fan.
And that's how
it's levels to this fandom.
Absolutely.
Like, when I started this podcast, I was like, yo, I wanted to do something because me and my people talk about is Marvel anyway. And all right, cool, let me do something with some people. Then see if I could get something going. I hit my boy Phantom up first. He said, yeah, I'll do it. Then I hit my cousin up, like, all right, cool, let's go, Crystal, let's go. She's like, all right, let's do it. And they put me on anime. Like, she's like, now we just can't talk about Marvel. Let's talk about something. All right, cool. But me, I'm like, Mr. Like, I can be stuck in my ways at times. I ain't gonna lie. Now, let me give this anime stuff a try. And I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm like, if it ain't high impact from the jump, I'm really not sold. But once I start watching, this is pretty dope. I'm gonna get into it. But like, I know I'm probably not gonna be up to the higher level like the other guys who know everything. Like, this cast know about everything. Like, watch this, watch that, watch this. Then, like, no, it's too much.
You like what you like, and I'm in that similar vein. Like, I'm more of a high impact type anime. Like, I want to watch. That's why Demon Slayer caught on so quickly, because I think the reason why it's one of the most popular ones is because it's high impact from start to finish, pretty much. Like, they get it in.
No fillers.
Yeah, no fillers in there. Characters getting smoked, and there's a high risk in there. Like, people out there dying. So it's not like it's like just like the super kiddie anime. But then there's some
for Nezuko.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's some anime that I didn't think I would like Promised Neverland. And then I watched that shit, and I was like, no, like this is wrong.
I didn't think I'd like Parasite, but I fucks with it.
Parasite too, like it was what's the little thing's name? Manji or some whatever his name? I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah. I watched that also, and it was pretty good. It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
It was better than I thought too.
I would say watch Promised Neverland, because it's not what you think it's gonna be. It's a bunch of little kids at an orphanage, but I'm
actually starting. What did I just start? Hunter x Hunter, and I said I'd give One Piece a third try. This is my third time trying.
Yeah, One Piece ain't gonna fit until like maybe was it 50 episodes in. But I will say it's worth it.
Yeah, I keep hearing the same thing. Like this, like I said, Ice on the podcast, he's never watched it, but he says it's the worst anime ever because he keeps hearing the same thing about it doesn't get hot till like episode 50. And I agree. That's just absolutely ridiculous to say watch 50 episodes of anything. Right. And then it picks up. It's like that is just start me off there then. Does
Voltron count as anime?
You said what?
Voltron.
See, we have a debate to what is anime, because some people say, if it's done in Japan, a lot of our animation I heard is done by Japanese animators, from what I heard. Like some of the Batman series.
I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime.
Some people will fight you on that.
I know they would, but it's the style. I mean, just because it was made by an American company, anime is short for animation. So, I mean, it's the animation.
Yeah, animation.
Okay, all right.
Style animation.
Hold on. I had a conversation when I first I was talking about anime. I said, okay, what's the difference between a cartoon and anime? Like, are they the same? People like, they're not the same. But me on the outside, I'm looking at all right, it's not a cartoon, but like,
technically, a cartoon and an animation are the same thing. But the culture of anime is what makes it an anime.
Right.
Because that's what I was saying. Like, is it not? In my boy who's deep in anime, no, it's not the same thing.
Well, because even in their culture, they will say that our cartoons are they'll be like, I'm watching an animation. I'm watching like that, like. But like you say, when you say Crystal, it's the culture of actual anime, and that's why some people are very defensive about it. It's like, no, the culture of it exists, but technically, even they'll be like, our Ninja Turtles cartoon will be like, this is a Ninja Turtles animation. You know what I'm saying? That's right. What they would call it. They wouldn't call it a cartoon. So,
which is so weird because the people they be defending it don't be Japanese people. Japanese people
a lot of to be us.
I'm like, I got a friend from Japan. He's like, "What you watching?" Ninja Turtle. Oh, the Ninja Turtles anime. I like. You consider it anime? He's like, anime just means cartoon.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what? Well, then yeah, I'm watching the anime.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
But his white roommate was like, that's not anime.
Yeah.
I said, you really for to argue with this Japanese dude born and raised in Japan about what anime is?
Yes.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to colonize yourself out this room.
Yeah, it's like how other people they'll get more offended, even though they're not part of the culture. Like a white person be like, hey man, don't talk about my black friend like that. You're like, bro, I'm not even tripping on that. Just sit your ass down. This is how
I noticed the caucus community. they gatekeep more than anybody, and like you said, especially with Black women, because if you tell them you like Naruto, they be like, oh yeah, well in episode 73, 2 minutes in, who's the guy on the left? What color shirt is he wearing? I don't know.
Oh, you're not really a fan. The guy that actually got your mama pregnant. Now quit asking me stupid ass questions.
They're definitely on. I feel like Black women in the blurred world get like
especially with cosplay. Yeah. They ran a whole Black cosplayer off of TikTok for a little bit. She came back. I'm glad she did. I can't remember her name off top, but she did a Hinata cosplay, and they were like, well, Hinata isn't Black, and that led another cosplayer to make the song, Hinata isn't Black.
Yeah,
she's gonna be Black today. Yeah, so I mean, especially in the cosplay world, they really gatekeep with Black cosplayers.
Black girl, I don't know her name, but she did. I think she was the first person, the first person to do a dope ass Black Panther cosplay. I forget the same girl. Her picture pops up all the time.
Cutie Pie Sensei. Is that who you're talking about?
I think it's her.
That's her, because she was featured on Disney Plus.
Cutie Pie Sensei, and like her Shuri cosplay.
Yes,
on point.
It's like, man, like the thought that goes into doing cosplay. I respect the art of the cosplay. Because
I agree.
I told them, I'm gonna do a cosplay. I don't want to half-ass, because I be seeing people dress up like they just got some fabric and just sew some shit together. Like, no, I want you
No.
when you see my character, like, yeah, you look like who you're supposed to look like.
So Keenan, do you go to Comic-Cons at all?
Yeah, I went to Comic-Con, I forgot what year it was. Like maybe 5-6 years ago, and every time I try to go, it's like it just wanted you can go down there and just hang out. You know, I'm like 2 hours away from San Diego, so San Diego Comic-Con I guess is considered like one of the bigger ones. And yes, you can go down there and just drive down there and hang out, but you can't necessarily get into all the events because unless you have your pass or whatever. And one time I had a homie, I guess her sister was a SpongeBob for Nickelodeon in costume or whatever. So she gave us some passes just to go hang out. And actually, I have a picture. I should have pulled it up. But that's, like you say, going hard with the cosplay. This dude was Cell from Dragon Ball Z. This was one of the most on point cosplays I've seen. And it's like me powering up next to him, and he's just Cell kind of standing there like this. And I don't even know how he made like the things up here that like for his head, the suit. It all looked like some dope ass armor that he had on. He had to have spent like over a G to get that together. I feel like
That's how it be.
He had to. Yeah.
Hey,
have you ever done cosplay?
There's one guy on TikTok.
I haven't.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I said there's one guy on TikTok that I forgot his username, or else I would shout him out. And he has, I think he sells full blown Iron Man like costumes, armor, all face plate moves, hand comes out, like everything. And it's so dope, and I want to buy one. I just ain't got the money for it.
Yeah, the bread, like
that's one of the useless things I will buy.
Yeah. To answer your question, he said, you were just saying going to say, would I cosplay? Cosplay?
Yeah, would you cosplay, and if so, who would you do?
I think I'll start off easy first. I'll probably go One Punch Man, because I feel like it'll be an easy kind of a costume to do. I'm already bald. I don't know if I'll shave my beard for it. I might just keep it with the beard, but I think he's just such an easy and cool and fun costume, and people will out the gate recognize it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's probably where I would head for first, and then once like I'm willing to just shell out mad bread, I want to go all out and do like a super dope. Like I was thinking about doing a Nosuke actually. I was like, all right, his might not be too. I'm like getting that mask might be like maybe like $100 like for a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get a little bit better shape.
I think that would be.
I feel like
if you ain't got the abs, I think the pudge would be the joke to it. That that people would flock to you and be like,
hey,
you're relatable,
It's okay. Because if I had
relatable,
if I had the money, now that I got what?
So
but I feel like
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead. Now I was gonna say, I feel like what you're saying, it'll be better if you're actually way bigger with the Nosuke, because it'd be like that'll be even funnier. You get more. I feel like me being kind of like in the middle, because I feel like my chest and my shoulders would be good for it, but the abs ain't cut out yet. They be like, all right, man, you
can draw them on.
Drawing them on will be hilarious.
Get the marker popping. Now, so I definitely want to get into cosplay. It can be costly. I'm actually working on a few pieces, and I buy a little piece at a time. Like I bought my Akatsuki cloak. I got the Akatsuki ring set because I'm gonna do a what if Kakashi decided to be bad and go to the Akatsuki. That's gonna be my cosplay. So it's like I put two together. And so yeah, I mean, for me, it's just buying a piece at a time as I go. Yeah. I got a Zenitsu cosplay that I want to do because I love his little crybaby self, personally.
He's hard to deal with, but when he gets off, have you read the manga yet?
No.
Oh man, I finished. I finished the whole thing already. It's already finished. Let me tell you something. Whenever this show finishes, it's probably gonna go down as the greatest anime ever to ever exist.
The animation on it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's incredible. But they did justice with the manga. Some people didn't like the ending. I feel like the ending. I feel like I didn't mind the ending, but yeah, they go. The next season is they about to go next for season 2 because they're going to probably.
So how many seasons are going to be together?
I don't know, but if they're going to do, did you watch the Mugen Train? Did any of y'all watch it?
Not yet, because by the time I went to go see it, it was out of the theater.
So yeah, watch Mugen Train because that's technically the next arc. So it seems like what they're going to do is the movie was the next arc, and then they're going to pick up right after that arc. And yeah, man, yeah, that's all I can say. I can't tell you much. I'm going to watch it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Drew,
it's
you trying to cosplay because I keep telling you need to be Star-Lord. You got the mask.
No, I'm gonna do Zemo, man. Cause my Zemo. If I could find a Star-Lord helmet, cause I got a whole bunch of hair on my head, so the hair could stick out the helmet. But yeah, if I could find a Zemo mask, I'll get one. I got the jacket. I found the jacket. I found everything. I got the boots, so I need a good mask. Not be Zemo.
I told you whenever we do.
Zemo
I told you when I get my Azula fit, you need to be the cabbage guy. My cabbages. See, Anthony, know what I'm talking about. So you said you seen season.
No, we talked about it last season. I know what you're talking about.
I told you just get 2 cabbages and walk around Comic-Con with 2 cabbages, and then hand them to people and say my cabbages like he does. You'd be the most popular person there.
How much cabbage costs in Texas?
They're cheap.
You're not giving away cabbage.
They're cheap. It ain't like you cooking it.
What they gonna do? They gonna throw it away. It's food. You know how many people
That's the point.
in the streets?
I mean, you just hand it to them and then take the picture and get it back. Like, you're not giving it to them.
You ain't leaving.
Yeah, cabbage is trash anyway.
Wow.
Man,
So Keenan, we're looking for a new member to the show because Anthony's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, man. He already put his 2-week notice in.
Dang. Let me tell y'all what's going on. I just don't like cabbage. It's trash
And I don't
compared
like
to other greens that I eat.
well, I mean,
And I don't like you any further.
I can't be on the show. I can't be on the show because I don't rock with cabbage either. Cabbage is terrible.
First of all, maybe y'all just ain't had it cooked right.
That's what everybody leave with.
I
got a great grandmother from Alabama that cooked my cabbage. I just don't like it.
I had it from people from the South. My family from the South. My girl cooks it. My girl cooks incredible. It's just cabbage. I just don't. The texture of it.
It's not my go-to green vegetable.
Exactly.
So do any of these people? Do any of these people, do they boil it or do they fry it?
I've had it.
I do mine on the pit, wrapped in foil with bacon, some butter, some salt and pepper.
So we fry ours. We don't boil it.
Pretty much.
I feel like I've had it all ways before, and every way came out disgusting, just like potato salad. There's no way how you cook potato salad, make potato salad. It's going to be nasty.
She growing hair in her hand right now. She's offended.
No.
You can't trust everybody potato salad though. That's why.
I don't like potato salad, so I couldn't disagree with them now.
That's true though. You can't trust everybody potato salad.
That's fact.
Y'all just don't trust potato salad at all though.
I
don't like potato salad at all.
Yeah.
It's something about because people put sweet pickles in it, and it's something about a sweet pickle. I don't like sweet pickles.
Sweet pickles, even by themselves, are horrible.
Disgusting.
They ruin every sandwich. They'll ruin a burger. Sweet pickles are disrespectful, and they're a sin. You're wrong.
Pickles are supposed to be tart. I mean, it's a pickle. They're made in vinegar. It's supposed to be sour.
Hey, that's a word white people can't say.
He's like, bro, I can't do this with y'all right now. I'm sorry.
Why you look so lost up there?
Right now, you have me looking on Amazon for the no-skin mask.
Do it, like legit.
They're the one that I just was looking at is like $50-something. It's not bad at all. But it looks decent. But I'm going off the picture. I'm sure when I get it, because it kind of gives me a little bit of a rat vibe. And I feel like if it comes in, it's gonna be more of a rat vibe. Because that's how Amazon be. It's like, oh, it look decent online. Then when I get it, it's a full on.
So to be honest, when it comes to like stuff like that, like hand masks and stuff, Etsy. Hit up Etsy, and like people be making better stuff than what they sell on Amazon. It might be a little bit more expensive, but the quality gonna be there.
I actually found a Zemo mask on there, but it was a 3D printed. They send you to file the 3D printer. So I ain't trying to print that. No. I got 3D printer.
You just got to try to find or Google, Inosuke cosplays. You can go to some of these Japanese cosplay websites, and they have decent costumes too.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's where I found Azula, because it's really, really hard trying to find Azula with like her shoulder pads that are actually not cloth and hang droopy, that are actually up like her uniform is.
Ooh, I found his swords. Swords are $280 though. That's not. I mean, then if they're like actually metal, that's crazy.
If they're actually metal, you ain't gonna be able to take them to Comic-Con. You're gonna have to find a foam one or plastic wood. Mm-hmm.
Before we wrap up, Keenan, we got a poll going on our Instagram page. What is your favorite cartoon theme song? What you got?
Whew. Man. Cartoon, anime, all that goes hand in hand.
Goes hand in hand.
Everything.
Just any animated TV show thing.
Bro, Pokemon is very hard to beat.
It's hard to beat.
Pokemon Sailor Moon go hard though.
Yes, Sailor Moon does go hard.
But bro, everybody was singing, I wanna be the very best. Like come on. But I feel like the one that these two definitely shaped my childhood theme song wise for like an animation. That original like Dragon, Rocky Dragon for Dragon Ball Z. I know I'm going back to that. That might seem like a safe space, but like when that first came out, bro, like I just downloaded. I found the MP3 and downloaded it, and I just would play it. Like that's how dope that shit was to me. Like
one that has no words. That's classic. X-Men.
Well, oh yeah.
You can be walking by Forever 21. You hear that theme song, you hear you gonna go in there and play. You gonna walk in there and listen to the song. You ain't gonna buy nothing, but I gotta let this play out. I'm having a good time.
Fact.
Yeah, that's. I mean, so Pokemon, the Dragon Ball Z one, X-Men. What else y'all got? Because right now, those three I think those are all neck and neck. I think those are ones that are like I get. Like I can't argue with you. What other ones?
To go
my
more
favorite one is Darkwing Duck.
Oh yes, Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Come on, man.
To go more new school, like a more new school one that I fucks with is the opening to Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is good. I would say if new school.
Can we count this as new school though? Proud Family. The one time Beyonce was actually the background singer.
That's classic.
Yeah.
I think my best friend said Proud Family. She also said the Fairly Odd Parents song.
No, got those Boondocks on it. Boondocks.
Yeah. Boondocks too. And we had an argument too. I feel like I would throw Boondocks in an anime.
You know what? I was gonna say something about
Boondocks. Is definitely anime, especially when they had when Huey when he was fighting the ninjas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I understand they didn't want to give it that, and some people don't want to definitely say there's actually black anime unless it's whatever. But like I feel like Boondocks, that style was completely drawn in the anime style. They rock with anime themselves when they're clearly the martial arts style, all that stuff like that. So, yeah, Boondocks would be up there as one of those some fire theme songs too.
And one for me that's childhood, but not necessarily cartoon. that had like one of the hardest theme songs? The original Power Rangers.
That's
Yeah.
you know what? We gonna end it like that. She just capped us. She just capped the show off with that one. I can't even argue.
I mean, but Powerpuff Girls is better than Power Rangers.
You know what?
That theme song,
What you not gonna do?
it's just a beat.
What
The
you
beat
not-
go hard to me.
But I mean, then you got to throw Ninja Turtles in there.
Oh,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was that original theme song was incredible, man.
yes, it was.
Was
We played that in my high school band.
There it is. I mean, Simpsons too. See, we played the Simpsons in our band when I was in band. Like,
what instrument you play?
I started off as a clarinet, then they moved me to drums because
Okay.
yeah, they were just like, we need
Play
percussion.
trombone.
Trombone.
Saxophone.
My brother played saxophone. Yep. You didn't
Look
play?
at that.
Oh,
All right, y'all are about to show up.
He's a
I
vocalist.
wasn't in
He's a
band.
vocalist. He's a rapper.
I
He's a
wasn't in band.
vocalist.
I was a classical person. I played violin, so you know.
Okay.
Man, it's still dope though.
Yeah, it is.
I don't really be telling them. I don't really talk about. But yeah, I was mean on the violin. I was mean. I'm about to get back on. I'm about to get back in on the violin.
As soon as you get back on the violin and you learn, you got to play Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song.
That's the first thing I'm learning how to play. The rising sun for Shinsuke. Yes, man, I'm doing that. But yo, Keenan, man, we want to thank you for being on the show today, man. We hope to have you back for more episodes. Is there anything you want to shout out, plug everything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Social media, Keenan Baker, Keenan Baker on every single thing. Please follow my my anime podcast also, Animation SHUN podcast. We're trying to get that going. You know, if you go to Tony Baker's page, check out some of those dates. I'm gonna be on some of those dates with him. I'm gonna be in Austin. I'm gonna be in Tampa, Phoenix. So if you're in any of those cities, a few more other cities too. But I'm gonna be out there with him on a touring on a stand-up tip, man. And yeah, man, I'm excited for this year in general. And I thank y'all for having me on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
For sure. Yeah.
So, like we always say, thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Blerdspot Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media: Facebook, the Blerdspot Podcast; Twitter, the Blerdspot Pod; Instagram, the Blerdspot Podcast. I'm your host, Junes88, Crystal Bay, and homie Kid Phantom. And thanks once again, Mr. Keenan Baker. And we are out of here.